So here we are at Angel Share. Welcome. This is Mark Snyder, owner of Angel Share. Tell us what you do, Mark.
I distribute small production handcrafted wines from all over the world.
And when he says that should give you a sense of what he's talking about. This is inside the belly of an operation of a wine distributor. And I'm here with, of course, the Hand of God wine, which Mark has just tried. There we go. You've seen that before. So, Mark, what's your process? How do you think about it, and what do you think of the wines?
Well, I thought the wines were great, and my process is pretty simple. We try the wines, try not to know too much about them initially, and assess their quality and feasibility in the marketplace. And if we like them, which I did, move forward.
That's great. How many wines do you have here?
We work with about 300 brands, but about 2/3 of those produce under 500 cases a year, so really, really small production wines for the most part.
And that's your focus, really.
Yeah.
And then you're a distributor, and you cover New Jersey, New York, some of Florida.
Mm-hmm. New York and New Jersey is Angel Share.
Uh-huh.
I also have Angel Share South, which is Florida, and with a very close friend and partner named Max Lubier, who owns and manages Neat Wines in New Orleans.
Great. And so you tasted Hand of God, and you think about it for these markets. You think it's, is it for retail shops, restaurants, a little bit of both?
I would say a little bit of both, but primarily restaurant. The wines have a great acidity profile to them and a great focus that really would encourage food pairings and such that I know that you're quite involved with. So I feel like that's the best spot for the wines.
How many people come in and visit you weekly?
Well, if you look at, these are all samples of bottles that people have actually sent to try and assess, and I went through.
They're a little behind.
Yeah, I went through about 100 last week, so that gives you a sense. So it's not so much that people come necessarily, but people certainly approach, and it's rare that wine really kind of speaks to us in this fashion.
So, for every wine you accept, how many do you reject?
Probably about 100.
So 1 out of 100. It's like getting to Staenberg.
There's a lot of wine in the world, there really is, and we're very specific in the type of distribution that we are. So it's when we find partners that seem to be aligned with those philosophies, it makes a lot more sense.
Terrific. Well, it's very nice of you to spend time with us today. We're very excited about looking forward to figuring out ways to work together. Of course, the obvious question, I get the question, Hand of God. Here we are at Angel Share. Why the name?
Well, I work with all small production wines. Obviously, the Angel Share is the part of the barrel that evaporates, that little tiny bit. So it seemed like a good connection when I first started and learned about the Angel Share. They obviously use it in whiskey production and things like that, but they also use it in the wine industry. It's the part that evaporates. So we just represent that little tiny bit of wines in the marketplace.
Amen, brother. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.